Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My voice is kind of shot from being sick again, so we're just gonna jump right into this one. We are kicking this episode off in style with a fantastic park called Athletics Park on the Strip by Ron Solo 412. This is located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and is a new home for the Oakland A's. This park has a lot of great features, including a fantastic view of the Strip out that giant window where we can see the Excalibur, MGM Grand, and New York, complete with the roller coaster. I like how they've included custom signs that read Las Vegas A's and Rooted in Las Vegas, which is a pretty funny nod to the Rooted in Oakland saying that's plastered all over the Coliseum, which they'll be leaving for a minor league park in Sacramento next year. I'm not sure if this park was created based off the renderings of the proposed stadium, but it's got a really similar look, and I love the way that this one turned out. This park also looks just as good at night as it does in the daytime. As a former Las Vegas resident, I really love the detail they put in on the resorts across the street, and it really completes this amazing build. Next up, we're heading out to Baltimore, Maryland for the Brickyard by returning creator Texas Eggs 75. Texas Eggs made his debut on the channel with an amazing stadium called Alamo Grounds that he made for the first Stadium Creator Challenge, and it made it all the way to the Final Four. This is another great stadium, and he's definitely on the list of creators whose vault you should check out. The Brickyard is a really cool, almost Coliseum style stadium, and he even went all out on the exterior. At the top, he's capped off the stadium with that warehouse prop, and it gives it a really great, clean look. I love the smaller sections on either side of the batter's eye. It's too bad SDS patched out the batter's eye glitch. The centerpiece of this stadium is that phenomenal looking scoreboard with the clock towers on either side. Even though this is in Baltimore, it has an old school Texas Rangers feeling to me for some reason. Great work, Tex, and I'll be sure to feature more of your parks in the future. Next up, we're headed out into an unknown location in a tropical paradise. This is Baseball Island by Spitfire 007. This is Spitfire's first field on this channel, and I love getting these types of theme builds to check out. This part makes me want to give this tropical island style a shot just to see what I can come up with. I love the idea of an island where you have to take a boat to get to the field, and I really like how he's got people scattered all over the place. From behind the plate, pulling up in kayaks, and even watching from a high rock they climb to enjoy the view of the game and the surrounding islands. They've also got some great background scenery in the distance that include castles, lighthouses, and statues. Nice job on this one, Spitfire, and I know I have another one of yours on the list to check out. Grab your passports because we're headed out to Toronto, Ontario to check out another new creator to the channel. This is Maple Leaf Stadium by ABM 12. This is another old school build which was constructed in 1926. This stadium can hold a pretty good number of fans, but it also has a good mix of features that can give it a small town feel. It also looks like it may have gone through some upgrades over the years. I like how they've incorporated a building into the corner, and you guys know how much I hate building in the corners. Out in center, we get two different scoreboards and a nice view of the town in the background. Right behind the scoreboards, there's a couple of covered picnic areas in the grass to enjoy a quick bite to eat at during the game, and a nice place for kids to run around and burn off some of that energy. If you'd like to see one of your stadiums possibly featured on this channel, be sure to submit them to me by filling them out in the Google form down below in the description. We also have a Discord server if you want to come and hang out and talk about the stadium creator or just baseball in general. Lastly, I'm planning on streaming on Twitch a bit more, so give me a follow if that's something you're interested in. We always plan to build stadiums, but we usually just end up hanging out and checking out parks from people in the chat. Anyways, I really enjoyed cruising around this stadium, and ABM, let me know if you have any more. Alright, let's head on out to the tundra for this stadium built on a ski resort. This is Polar Peak by the Chef 24. This is a pretty cool build, no pun intended, in what I think is Winnipeg. The city name was starred out and the location was WP, so that was just my guess. The chef will have to let me know in the comments if I got that right or not. This is another awesomely themed stadium in a style which we don't see that often, because when you think of baseball, you don't really think of snow. I really like the ski resort on the slopes in the background and the water feature in the stands in right field. I actually spent a decent amount of time playing home run derbies in this park off camera. Nighttime makes this look like a really cool place to watch a game from, but they really nailed the theme here. Great job, Chef, and let me know if you have any more parks that you'd like me to feature on the channel. Next up, we're going to head out of the cold and head to the other extreme in the Sonoran Desert. This is Audi Park by returning creator Bob from Waco. This park is in Titletown, Arizona, and is an outdoor alternate venue for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Some of the features include the league's biggest scoreboard and a fan section in right field, which is called the Pit. In left, we can see the giant scoreboard and a great plaza below for hanging out at. I also really like the seats that are along the grass hill in left field. This park also has great views of downtown, and in right we can see the pit where all the fans are ready to catch a home run ball. At nighttime, we can see great use of the video ribbons, including some on the buildings across the street from the stadium. This makes home runs and strikeouts that much more fun. As you can see, there are great views from everywhere, as it looks like the sightlines are really thought about in the stadium and the lighting is on point as usual. Once again, another great build from Bob from Waco, and this is another stadium that has given me a few ideas that I want to try out in my next build. Next, we are heading indoors and down south where we have a domed stadium sponsored by everyone's favorite place to shop. This is Kmart Park by Pfizer VD. This park is located in Nashville, Tennessee, and was built in the early 80s and was modeled after using the Sky Dome as inspiration. There is also a hotel located in center field, just like we see in the Rogers Center. In center, we can see the main plaza, and I really like the big hill which fans can relax on while watching the game. Right field features a custom bullpen and benches, and also has a giant window to let some natural light into the ballpark. This also gives you a great peek inside the stadium when you're walking up to enter the game, and is positioned to give you a great view as soon as you enter the stadium. Great job on this one, Pfizer. I really enjoyed this one and Cyclone Field, so let me know if you have any more parks you want me to look at. Next up, we have another creator who was also a finalist in the Stadium Creators Showdown. This park looks like if Wrigley Field and Fenway had a baby and named it Boylston Field by Glenn Fittich 12. As a former resident of Northside Chicago, yep, I've lived there too, this park really brings back memories of going to games at Wrigley with those rooftop sections in left field, but also gives Boston vibes, which is where this park is located with all the warehouses beyond right field. This is a stadium I'm gonna keep after this episode airs, as I'd love to play some games and home run derbies in it. They did a fantastic job on all the detailing work, and I'm a sucker for old school parks in this style, especially when they're done this well. If you guys are also into old school parks, you should check out the ATG gaming community, as they make a lot of great throwback parks and even rosters to go along with their builds. They have a YouTube channel and a Discord server, so check them out when you have time. I've only seen a couple of Glenn's fields, but they have all been really great, and this is definitely my favorite one of his. Maybe one day SDS will see some of our builds and how much can be done in Stadium Creator, and show us some of the love that it deserves. I might be in the minority on this, but I would gladly pay for some DLC packs to get some new content in Stadium Creator and support this tool and get the updates and work on some of the fixes that it really needs. Anyways, great job Glenn, and keep sending stadiums my way. Next up, we have a creator who I've been meaning to show for quite a while now. This is KC Municipal Stadium by ROTMG88. ROTMG88, or better known by his YouTube channel's name, The Gaming Kitchen, has a real knack for recreating stadiums. He's also another old school park specialist, and I encourage you to go and check out his channel for yourself. Just like this stadium, his builds are always meticulously thought out, and you can tell he really puts a lot of effort into every detail. This is just one of several awesome parks that he's created. One of my favorite things about this park is how he used props for other purposes, like the shipping containers behind the scoreboard and as the wall below the clock next to the batter's eye. I also think the obstructed views really nail the time period of this build that he was going for. Great job 88, and don't forget to check out the Gaming Kitchen. Looks like we're setting a record by having 3 Canadian stadiums in this episode as we head to Vancouver for Yaletown Pacific Park by Toops 134360. Right away, we can see this is a home run derby dream as there are a ton of targets to try and reach, including restaurant seating, balconies, fountains, and suites all around the park. This is another stadium that I spent some time crushing homers in. Left field has the Buddy M's restaurant with 3 layers of tables to catch the game from, and right field mirrors that idea with a Shake Shack and concessions down below. This park also looks great at night and has a beautiful skyline with the Space Needle style building looming just beyond center field. I love all the layers and balconies in this park and the unique design they've brought. Great job, Toops, and I look forward to checking out your next park. Alright guys, we're going to close out this episode with yet another original style build. This is Arthur Ashe Stadium at Flushing Meadows by Tap Dance Tom. I actually found this creator on YouTube when I checked out one of his stadium creator tips and tricks videos. I've had a lot of people ask me to make a tips video, but honestly, I'd be a fool not to just point you in his direction as his video covers everything you need to get started. His channel on YouTube isn't just about the show either. He does all kinds of videos on retro games that weren't exactly mainstream headliners. His channel is really cool and he plays a lot of fun games, and you can check him out at Obscurest Gaming. He said he plans on eventually doing a more advanced tips video in the show as well. He's got a lot of cool stadiums in the vault under Tap Dance Tom as well, so check that out. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap on Stadiums That Inspire 8. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one, as I do post pretty randomly, but as much as I can when life allows me some free time. You can also check out all of the YouTubers' channels I mentioned in the video, as well as join our Discord and submit your own stadiums in the link below in the description. Thanks again guys for stopping by. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one.